This review contains spoilers.
You've been warned.
What's up, dude? It's well known that Jurassic Park was a groundbreaking movie with outstanding special effects and his take on what would happen if dinosaurs roamed the earth once more. This is by no extent a perfect movie. I mean, it's perfect, of course, I'm a fan, but let's face it, it's not perfect. It had some bad jokes here and there, and a little plot holes, but one can forgive them because the whole action pays off. I mean, there's a reason why the kids in the 90s went nuts over this. And not just kids, everyone. Myself included. Because this movie wasn't afraid to show the dark side of nature and how humans believe they can control it. But life finds a way. And that's exactly why these dinosaurs don't feel like monsters. Grant learns to love the kids, Hammond gives up his pride, and Lex and Tim overcome their fears. In a matter of speak. Nedry and the lawyer get what they deserved. The lawyer scene is a classic moment, and perhaps a little too much for a guy that needs to live with the weight of his reputation. But when Nedry steals the embryos, it's not only that as a viewer you want him to be catched, but the tension that scene has. You almost root for him, and that is movie making at its finest. The sound effects are so well done that this is the only sound of dinosaurs that we accept today, and the music is flawless. But even so, there are several scenes that they do not require music and they work perfectly. Like when the Tyrannosaurus hunts the Gallimimus, or when he breaks free. Just the Tyrannosaurus outbreak is 7.5 minutes, so the entire emotional energy falls in the actors, and they do deliver. There are a few scenes in the movie that feels very far-fetched, like when the raptor tries to enter the computer room and Tim is just standing there jumping like the kid and the monkey from Speed Racer, instead of helping Sattler reaching for the shotgun, or at least help push the door a little more. But who am I to judge? The reviewer, of course. The music is so wonderful that every time a dinosaur is in the scene, you can feel the emotion. The moment we see the Brachiosaurus for the first time, the first dinosaur we see in the film, a real life dinosaur. It's almost like, in the words of John Williams, that you're entering a church. When the raptors are hunting, you can feel the fear of that moment, or when Muldoon dies viciously at the hands of the clever girl. But the cherry on top of the cake was when the Rex saves the humans. We see this animal not as the enemy anymore, but as the savior. And although she's an animal, we cheer up because the characters are saved and the danger is over. This movie has heart. To make the audience care for the characters, it's a very difficult thing to do, and this movie does that very, very well. As a whole, this movie is pure entertainment, pure enjoyment. A cinematic movie that you can study as a moviegoer or as a fan. If you're not a fan of dinosaurs, you need to see this movie for the rich cinematic language that Spielberg puts in it. And if you're a fan, well, I think that's obvious. I'm gonna give Jurassic Park an epic brofist, a 9 out of 10. So stay tuned for the Lost World review. And as always, stay cool, dude.